All right, we are at the Village Council regular meeting, April 24th, 2025. It is 7 p.m. and we will start with roll call. And tonight we have Councilperson Passion.
Here.
Councilperson Martin.
Here.
Councilperson Koss.
Present.
Councilperson Grant.
Here.
And Council President Camera.
Here.
All right, and then we have Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Next we have do we have a motion to approve our April 10th, 2025 committee as a whole minutes?
What was that?
Did I hear?
Second. I think it's JP and me.
Yeah.
No. I didn't hear it, yeah. It was seconded. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? And then do we have a motion to approve the April 10th, 2025 council meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second. Oh.
Kathy won.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions?
Me.
All right. Next, we will move to our village committee reports, and we will start with Councilperson Koss with streets.
We are still working on some striping. I think they redid something, well, not something, the crosswalk by Minerva France today. And we are talking about filling in potholes and continuing maintenance. We are looking at focusing on a different part of the village, which would pretty much skip the line of the maintenance schedule because we've had some snafus there, so we're looking into that as well. We did email Mike Flickinger, thank you Mayor, to see if we could get any other updates to speed up some of our desired projects.
Perfect. Do we have any additional questions for streets? All right. Next, we have Councilperson Martin for services.
Nothing new to report, other than we have Cars in Motown food truck coming tomorrow.
Woohoo! What is it?
Tomorrow from 4 to 7.
What kind of food is it?
Like hamburgers, chicken wings, fries.
Oh.
Have you tried it?
Not yet, no. They're actually based out of Marion, I believe,
Got it.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, so.
Um,
But I will be there because the food looks absolutely phenomenal on the Instagram post that I was looking at, so.
Good.
How's probably should have talked about that too. 3-year contract for these.
We need to discuss that.
Okay,
I did.
We have both bids.
Yeah.
sweet.
So, and actually, if somebody wants to put that on the agenda for May, to go over the two bids.
Woohoo!
For lease, yep.
For 3 years.
Yeah, we got the 3-year, both of them. And then, all right, so next we will move to Council President Camera for Recreation and Parks.
All right, so we had a discussion earlier about the grant that we got and where we need to be. So I think we have to. Jesse, did you want to add anything to it? Mayor kind of filled us in a little bit, but
I think that I came in at the tail end of that, but I think we're in a good place. Talked with Mayor and Jeff had spoken with the grant administrator, so I think we're in good shape.
okay.
Yeah.
We need to get moving on whatever the committee is that
Yes.
decides on the architect and all
Yep.
that type of stuff. We need to get going on that so
Yep.
that we're not behind, so that we can spend the money when it's given to us.
That's right.
So, okay. Pool memberships, this is the last week to get your early bird. You have to do it by the end of the month. So if you are a resident, you get $25 off your membership, or if you are renewing, or if you are coming over to us from Northland Pool? Northland Pool, we are giving you a one-time $25 off your membership, but you have to do it before the end of the month, so get your pool membership. And I think we're trying to look at the beds, getting the beds done over here at Minerva Lake Road and Green Line, see if we can get those done as well. I think they're probably the only village beds in the village that are not maintained by Five Seasons at this point. So if we can get them on that, I think we'll have some nice looking beds this year. So, and other than that, I don't have anything else.
Anybody have any questions? For services, streets, or recreation parks?
No.
All right, citizen comments. Do we have any citizen comments? All right, next we will move to legislation.
Let's move tonight.
Okay.
All right. Make sure I'm at the right spot. All right, first we have ordinance 2025-07. This is amending lot width. This is an ordinance amending section 1246.03 of the codified ordinances of the Village of Minerva Park, and this is the second reading tonight. I believe Councilperson Cost had some questions.
I just want to make sure that this includes every lot on Jordan and Parkland. So
It does.
Okay.
So it falls in that residential district and it changes the amount of land that has to abut the public right of way from pulling up the original, which is 50 feet to 90 feet, which will effectively accomplish that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Was there anything else?
No.
Okay. Ordinance 2025-09, this is a council salary increase. This is the first reading. This is an ordinance of, an ordinance to increase the salary of the council members of the Village of Minerva Park, Franklin County, State of Ohio. Next, we have Resolution 2025-09. This is a transfer of funds. This is a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds. Second reading, intent to pass it as an emergency on the third reading. That's it for legislation tonight.
So, and then
We're just reading this, just to triple. Okay.
just the ordinance exhibit A, that just, that's where it talks about the size, lot width, 80 feet or more.
Yeah, I don't know if it comes through in the packet as the red line.
No, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Oh, sure, yep, it
Okay.
is, here, I'll just pull it
So
real
it's
quick.
80 instead of 100, I believe, on B?
No, it's in B, 80 stayed the same, that part is fine, the second number in that paragraph.
It's what you have to abut on the right of way.
Okay,
Yeah, so it goes from 50 to 90.
That makes it not possible.
Got
okay.
Yep.
That's all I wanted to make sure that it was, because I just didn't have it.
Got it.
Okay, now what? Sorry.
I think that was it for reading legislation.
Okay.
Wait, what about, oh no, did you read it already?
I did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I already read it. I heard him say it as we were looking at it.
So sorry.
And then you guys can discuss these other ones on the May 1st work session.
Yep.
I will not be in attendance 99% on May 1st.
Right.
We also have another council person that will not be here on May 1st.
Okay.
So as of right now, that leaves 4. So just keep that in mind as we get a little bit closer. Because for that meeting, I think that you guys kind of wanted to talk about some of those things. The salary, or your guys' salary,
Yep.
one more time before we pass that.
Correct.
But anything else that anything else that you guys wanted to talk about before the May 8th? I don't know that there's really much to talk about with the new candidates. I don't know if should they refrain from discussing resumes, discussing any of that for the council people until we actually get to that meeting on the 8th?
I think that was smart.
Okay, so we'll be doing that on May 8th. I will be here for that.
Okay.
And then if anybody knows that they're not going to be here that day, just let us know. I think the process that we're hoping for is that night after we go into executive session to come back out and go ahead and bring that person on that night.
Right.
And I would actually do the swearing in that night, just so it is done.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of, that's what I was thinking we were gonna do. So we'll go out into executive session.
Yes.
Well, you may have said this, sorry, I was
Oh,
trying
no,
to
you're
read
fine.
something. We'll have everyone go through their resume on camera, on microphone.
Yeah.
We'll adjourn to executive session, do interviews with them.
With each one, yeah,
We will discuss, and then we'll come out and vote,
yes.
and then you'll swear in. So,
And Jesse, is the smartest way to handle this, and I'm asking this because I'd rather be on public record, we discuss it in there, they discuss it in there, it's actually not my business, but they discuss it in there, and they come to an agreement with one person, and then we move to appoint that person, or do we individually say, Bob Smith, who wants to vote for him, and then he gets 2 votes, and then we go to the next person, they get 3 votes, and then, so you only really get 1 vote. So to me,
I believe the last time we
discussed it out there, and then, Moved.
just gave our person our pick.
right,
We
after you
just
guys,
named it. We didn't go through each person.
Right, you sort of,
We just said, council person, who's your pick, council, and we went down. the
yeah, you
line.
sort of, so in the executive session, you can't like make a decision,
Right,
but you
you
could
can't
have,
vote.
You could do
take
the
some
straw
poll, so where are we aiming, and then when we came out here, we would have somebody make a motion to appoint this person. Now.
and then if it
that-
doesn't work, then we would go to the next
That's
person or
right,
something,
or
okay.
multiple council members could make essentially conflicting motions at
Okay.
once, and then we would just sort of have to sort that out, so whoever makes the
Okay.
first motion gets the first vote, and on and on and on like that, so it could be,
Right.
yeah.
Or one person can make a motion, then if they all do agree, with the
Yeah.
exception of one, we would have majority at that point, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, again, I know some
Yeah.
of them are here, exactly how that's gonna work, and, I just kinda wanted to make sure that we're on the same page on that.
Guys, I have a thought. So for 7, I would like to amend the agenda for ordinance 2025-07, and I think I want to add emergency language. And just get it passed.
Oh, for next week,
Or
for
can we
April?
do it,
Oh, you want,
can we do it? I don't know,
Well,
can we
I
do it
mean,
today?
I don't see that there's gonna be an issue with this.
Yeah, if
Did you want to waive the readings today, or did you?
Pass it today.
did you need
I want to
5?
pass it today.
Okay. Rather than have 3 full readings, we'll just do the next one.
Yeah, you could do it if it was unanimous, you could amend the agenda,
Can we please amend the agenda?
We have to make a motion.
yeah, so yeah, we'll need a motion to amend the agenda to make it, to waive the readings and make it an emergency.
Yep.
And the emergency, we should, maybe I can speak the emergency onto the record. The emergency would be to preserve the public health, safety, and welfare, to adopt the proposed amendments to lot width requirements, to ensure the intent of the R3 zoning district is met for the residents of the Village of Minerva Park.
Yeah. I would like to amend the agenda for the above.
Seconded.
Okay, and pass this
I
in
think we have
emergency.
So we should vote on
Well,
that,
we
yeah.
have to vote. yeah.
You have to vote, this is just to amend the agenda for that
Okay.
reason, so
Okay.
we'll take a vote on that. Whoever wants to run that.
do you want me to do, I can do roll, do you want me to do roll call?
Yeah,
or
we'll
all-
roll call for all of it,
Okay.
yeah.
Works for me.
Do it.
All right, we did second it, somebody did?
Yes.
Who seconded it?
JP.
JP seconded, okay. All right, Councilperson Passion,
Aye.
Councilperson Martin,
Aye.
Council President Camera,
Aye.
Councilperson Cost,
Aye.
Councilperson Graham.
Aye.
So that amended the agenda, and it amended the ordinance to add the emergency language. So now we need a motion to waive the third reading.
I would like to motion to waive the 3rd reading.
Seconded.
And then roll call.
That's right, okay. Any discussion or anything?
This is just to amend, this is just to waive the 3rd reading, this is
Wait.
not to vote on it yet.
Correct.
so, Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be third and second?
I think this was the second
We
reading.
just did
Yeah.
the second. I want to add the 3rd.
Yeah. All right, so roll call, Councilperson Martin,
Aye.
Councilperson Passion,
Aye.
Council President Camera,
Aye.
and Councilperson Cost,
Aye.
Councilperson Graham.
Aye.
So now we
Now we
will
have-
ask for a motion to pass as an emergency.
I want to motion to pass as an emergency.
Second.
Thank you.
So now it's discussion.
Now it's
That's
So,
discussion.
so why do we need to pass it as emergency?
There might be some change in ownership soon.
And, so
It can
what does,
affect- it can-
when we, do they have to apply for the,
It can be.
So,
I'm asking our attorney.
and if anybody on Jordan Road right now sold their home before this proposed ordinance became effective,
Uh-huh.
if anybody were to do that, they would fall under, it would be a little tricky depending on when closing happened and all that, but they would fall under the code as it exists now, not under the pending legislation.
Because you inherit your zoning.
Right.
So,
So if you pass it by emergency, it's effective immediately, and anybody who sells it in the future from tomorrow onward is subject to what is in the emergency legislation.
Yeah? Any other questions?
Good job.
Okay.
Are we good?
We
Are
good?
you- Okay. Council President Cameron.
Aye.
Okay.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Cost.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
A clarification, are we doing, is this for the emergency?
Yes,
Mhm.
no, it's a passage, we already did the emergency.
Okay, then nay.
Okay.
So we are still one, two, is that four?
We got,
One, two, three, four,
It
okay,
had to be
Yeah.
unanimous.
Yeah.
okay, so we're still good.
we're good.
Huh? I thought he said it had to be unanimous.
Do we have to be unanimous?
Does that have to be unanimous?
No, you just need, you need 75% of the whole body to waive readings, and you have to, 5 out of 6 are good.
Yeah.
We only have.
We don't have six.
Four.
I don't count.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but either 5 out of 6, you never need unanimous, 5 out of 6 will work, and you have 5.
I thought you said
6
before
seats.
you.
I'm sorry,
Right. You waived it with 5, you passed with minimum of 4.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you had to have 5 to waive the, okay.
That- yeah, that's what I was
Okay,
thinking.
that makes sense,
That's what I meant by unanimous, sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
perfect. And we're good on that, so any clarification, you might have to listen to that like 6 times to get it.
Yeah, so Mark, the only thing to catch is, we need that, the emergency language that I verbalized and, Councilperson Cost adopted, needs to be added to it. So if you send me your draft, we can mirror it up the way I said
Okay. Thanks,
Perfect.
Jesse.
it. Sure.
Perfect. All right. Do we have any old business that we want to discuss? I think we were kind of almost here. Let's just do this. Old business, new business. Anybody got anything?
I wanted to ask Jesse about when we vote during the new person that we need to bring on. Does that have to be, what's the percent? Because everybody could vote for,
So they could, so you have to get to a majority.
okay.
And if they
majority
don't,
votes.
and at some point if we call it, then I then
That falls
appoint.
to the mayor's majority.
Then it falls to me, and I will bring one person to your guys' attention. And you guys can all vote no, but at that point it becomes the mayor's.
If you can't fulfill your duty within that prescribed timeline, mayor needs to make.
So that is in essence the straw polling that attempts to take place is,
Trying to get to a point where you guys
Yes.
have.
would we like to vote on?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, is that something, and I'm just asking, that you will be in there for the discussion? You can be in there?
Yeah, I can, if you guys invite me in.
Okay,
up
and
to
it's
you.
whoever you guys invite in there. So, I mean, for example, I don't even have to be in there. I mean, I'm assuming that's the case. It can literally just be you guys. I don't have to be in there. He can be in there. I can be in there. It doesn't matter. So it is entirely up to you guys. Who you guys invite in there.
You could, the mayor, Eric raised a fair point, if a weird tie occurred in some manner, the mayor could break the tie.
Could be a 2.
Okay.
2-2-1, yeah, that-
It's a strange situation with this.
Yeah, 'cause it is.
yeah.
We don't do rock, paper, scissors anymore? No? Okay.
Only for a charter village.
Well, I mean, you never know. Hey, you never know what I'm gonna say. I might vote myself in.
Oh, that would be nice.
I'm kidding. I don't need to. All right. Any more old business, new business? No
Okay.
business? All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn from anywhere?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.